welcome here. It's fitting that we have some red light here for the Baldwinsville Bees. So we are here with the Baldwinsville Bees every single month, 50 Oswego Street at Pizza Man Pub here in Baldwinsville, New York. Of course, this is Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and we are very happy to be here with you to celebrate the Baldwinsville Bees boys soccer team. We got 3 sets going on, starting with the juniors. Greg Ramin and Nick Hollingshead are going to be joining me here first. Nick, you went with the blonde. Greg did not. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First and foremost, can we give Baldwinsville boys soccer a round of applause right now? Show them some love. So happy to have you guys here. Nick, let's get right into it. You have the blonde hair. It's a tradition. What are your thoughts on the tradition, and what are your thoughts on Greg still having dark hair?
Well, last year I only got highlights, and I kind of, was mad at myself. So this year I kind of went full out and just did it all. So
you just got highlights last year.
Yeah, so it didn't really look blonde, but
okay.
Decided to go with the full blonde.
Most of the guys have done it, and it's like orangish blondes, white blondes. Yours is traditional. Who has the best cut besides you can't say yourself?
I would say Andrew Jung.
Okay. All right. Why? Where is he? Where's he at?
Probably back there.
Back here? Okay. Why does he have the best cut?
Because he got his hair done by the same person I did.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Greg, let's go to you here for a second. Why have you not gone blonde yet?
So last year, I did do the full blonde,
okay.
And well, a lot of our team just did highlights.
Okay.
And that left me screwed up for a whole year.
Okay.
And the real tradition was we went to like state semifinal, state final, getting buzz cuts. None of this blonde nonsense. And,
okay.
We haven't really been back to that point since doing blonde, so I decided, well, maybe the tradition doesn't work.
Okay, so you think you're going against, you're bucking the tradition in a hopes that you can maybe form some more positive luck on your side or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So who has the best cut in your opinion right now?
Oh, man. I think there's a lot of good cuts. Enzo Falso really has a special set of hair right now. Okay. It really looks fantastic.
You called it a special set of hair. What does that mean?
It means
right here. I like it. I actually like. Let me see here. Is that a Bass Pro Shop hat that you got on with the hair out the side and the mustache?
Yeah.
He looks like a movie character right now.
He really does. That's why I called it special.
Okay, very special. So, I do like the movie character look. It fits. So, Greg, obviously having a last name Ramin, soccer is in the blood. What can you take away from your family and your connection to your family, knowing how much they've loved the sport and at the same time that they've looked to bring the sport and professional piece to it here to Central New York?
To me, it feels like we almost have to win sectionals this year.
Okay.
I haven't won it yet. A lot of my family has.
Okay.
And I can't be the only one that never wins the sectional chip.
Do they razz you? Do they talk to you?
Oh, of course, every time. Every time we lose on my back.
Okay. Who's the worst?
Ben Ramin.
Ben? Okay, Ben is. All right. I know Ben. I got to know Ben over the last few years. So why is he the worst? Just trash talking?
Oh yeah. He thinks we should be doing a lot better, but him, he got carried by his other teammates.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But I think we can really pull it out this year. I think we can win it all.
Okay, Nick, let's go off of that. Your thoughts on why this team can win sectionals, in your opinion?
I think when we come together as a group and play as a team and play to our ability, I think we're the best team in the section.
You said when you play as a team,
I said when we play as a team and come together as a group, I think we're the best team in the section.
Best in the section? Have you seen this team come together in a complete game, or are you still waiting for that moment?
As a goalkeeper, I've seen a lot of moments with great soccer, and there have been a couple games where I think not for the whole game, but maybe 3/4 of the way we played our game and we dominated.
So what's the missing link? What is it that you feel it's not all maybe been completely there yet?
I think not all of us are determined at certain points and times in the game. So I feel like we've been lacking on finishing, and we had a good coaching change, and we changed our formation. And we ended up putting 8 goals in 2 games, which I thought was a good change.
So you said, changing up some things. You spoke on your coaching staff. I could see them. I can't see them anymore. I do want to let this be known at Pizza Man, is that we always have, whatever team we have, they always pack the place. So we always pack the pub here. And there's always an awesome kind of array of your teammates that are right up in your face. But I've never seen them literally block us from getting out of here. So how would you describe the boys soccer team in 3 words, Nick, this season?
Energetic.
Okay.
Outgoing. And crazy.
Okay. Energetic, outgoing, and crazy. Greg, what would you say? What are your 3 words for the team?
I like the outgoing. I think strange is a good word to describe us.
Okay.
There's overall we're just a good group of boys. I'm proud to be part of this team.
Okay. They said you had 2. Do you have another one?
You know what? A little silly sometimes.
Okay. Silly how? Who's the funniest on the team?
Oh, Aiden Lyman, without a doubt.
Is the funniest.
He is by far the silliest man I've ever known.
Okay, so funny because he says something that he wants to be funny, or funny because something just happens?
Completely unintentional, and it just comes off completely random all the time.
So completely unintentional comedy that is just very funny. So, Nick, I want to go back to you for this. Who's the most serious on the team?
I would have to say Evan Smith.
Is the most serious?
Yeah.
Why?
He's always hard on himself.
Okay.
So he's never really in the mood for jokes in practice or in a game. He always wants to win.
Can anybody get him to laugh?
Aiden Lyman and Patrick Smith.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, getting into the season, knowing that we're going into sectionals this week, what can you say about how this season has gone, in your opinion? I know you've had some thoughts on it up to this point, but just maybe what this season has taught you about the team.
We've had a lot of ups and downs. We started off to a good start, and then we lost 4 games in a row, and I think we kind of were distant as a group for a little bit within those 2 weeks. And I think it kind of taught us that we need to come together in order to win games, and that we need to play as a group and communicate in order to come out on top.
So you say that you guys kind of were disbanded a little bit, kind of lost each other. What brought you back? How did you reconnect?
I think the formation change and the mindset in practice.
Okay.
The coaches kind of worked us a little bit harder than usual. And I thought it was a good change, and I thought it kind of brought us back together. And we won 2 games in a row after that.
You mentioned the formation change a couple times. Bring me into this new formation, what you like about it.
I think it brings more attacking in the offense, which we were lacking on scoring. So it does help a lot. And it puts less pressure on our defense also. And I think it brings a lot of help into the offensive attack. And we've been scoring a lot more than we normally did with our other formation.
Awesome. Greg, I want to go back to you for this. We do a thing on the show called Tell Me Something Good. So tell me something good about Nick Hollingshead.
His hair, he is great at Spanish.
He's great
at Spanish. His hair is quite fantastic as well.
Okay.
At least before he bleached it.
Okay. So his hair is fantastic and he's great at Spanish.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think you should almost give us some.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I was going to say. Okay. So good at communication on the field. Is he the most communicative on the field? Is he the one that's getting out to everybody, or is there somebody else?
I think we all take part in talking for the most part, but I definitely think he's one of the loudest.
One of the loudest. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, Coach is going to come on a little bit here. You have your coaching staff here, right behind your teammates. So, tell me something good about Coach, your head coach.
He works us hard, which I think helps us as a team a lot. And I've known him for a while, and he's pushed me very hard personally to become better.
Okay.
I know he's been doing the same with the team.
All right, so he's pushed you. How long? You said you've known him a while. How long? How many years?
Well, I've been on the team since my...
Can you compare him to any coach you've had or no?
The only coach that's like him is Mike McCaffrey.
Okay.
And energy-wise.
Energy-wise. Okay, all right, fair enough. Greg, tell me something good about Coach.
Coach is always, I think, without him, I
Compare
don't think
him
I'd be
to
the
coach you've
player I
had
am
or no?
today. I think
Okay.
he's really pushed me.
Greg, tell me something good about Coach.
Better at all points in my
Compare
career.
him to coach you've had or no?
Today, I've been playing under him for 3 years since I was a
Greg, tell me
freshman.
something good about Coach.
At all points in my career, he's helped me so much. I've been playing under high school soccer since I was a
Greg, tell me
freshman.
something good about Coach. So you say you don't think you'd be who you are without him. Those are some big words. What is it about Coach? What has he done to bring out the best in you? Why do you feel like he's had such an impression on you where you wouldn't be yourself without him?
He just believes in me. He really gives me such an impression on who I am and he wouldn't by himself without him. He pushes me this way where I should be pushed, where I don't just, I'm not lazy. Pushes me to my full potential, and I truly thank him for it.
So, obviously, there's been ups and downs, but there's been goods that have come this good moments that have come this season.
Of course.
And an opportunity at sectionals. What has been the best moment of this season up to this point?
I think beating #1 ranked West Genesee 4-0 at home was my favorite moment this season.
Okay, all right.
I think it was a lot of fun.
Okay, fair enough. Nick, do you have the same one, a different one?
I might have to agree on that one. Also, I liked beating West Jenny away at their home field 2-0.
Okay, all right. So you both mentioned West Genesee. Is that one that you circled at the beginning of the season or no?
It's just we play them a lot in indoor, and it's just always a very intense, hard-fought game, no matter what the circumstances are. But I definitely think both of those games will be with a better team.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Do you have a moment of adversity this season that you can pull out personally that you feel like you can go back to and say, after this moment, I took a turn for the better?
I definitely think there's been moments where I've gotten scored on where I go back and look at the video and say, oh, what if I was a step closer this way or a step closer that way? And I definitely think I could have changed the outcome of the goal.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So you reflecting on yourself, is this something that's easy to do, or have you had to kind of get used to being able to constructively criticize your game?
Well, my dad and I talk a lot, because he comes to all of our games, and we always talk after the game of what I could have done better, what we couldn't have done better. And, after the game, each game, when the video comes up, I usually watch it and try and reflect on what I can do better and, what I did good.
Fair enough. Greg, do you have a moment? Do you have a turning point moment of the season for you personally?
During the 4-game losing streak, as a center midfielder, I feel like I'm relied on a lot to win stuff in the middle. And there was a point where I just was not winning enough. There was stuff I could get to that I just wasn't able to reach.
Yeah.
And after that, I thought to myself, there's no way we're gonna win if I keep letting the other midfields just tear us apart. So I tried to push myself as hard as I could to just win as much as I can.
Being a center mid, you always want to have that role. Is it a role that you liked growing up? Is it one that just kind of evolved for you?
I just wanted to play wherever I could help my team the most. Whether that was defense, midfielder, attack, wherever I got put, that's where I was playing.
Do you have a favorite player that you look up to of all time?
Clint Dempsey has always been one of my favorites.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. I like that. Why? What is it about his game?
I don't know, just ever since I was young.
Your role as a goalkeeper, and out of every role out there, everybody has obviously their place on the fields and their job to do. But the goalkeeper, that job is right in front of you every second, every moment, especially in penalty kick situations and whatnot. How do you handle the pressure of being the last line of defense?
I kind of just live in the moment and kind of not try to think about it and just play. And, I think watching the video from a different view definitely helps a lot, because when I'm on the field, I can kind of see everything at that point. So I definitely think I just play in the moment and try not to think about it.
How much when you are in a situation where it's just that last offensive player in you, and they're about to take that shot, how can you read? How much of it is luck? How much of it is preparation? Bring me into, in those moments, how you can, to the best of your ability, guard that entire goal and try to anticipate where somebody is. Because there's an art to that that I don't think we talk about enough.
Well, growing up, that was kind of like my weakness, and I was always usually pretty good at saving shots from a distance, but 1v1 situations were hard for me growing up, and that's really mostly where I was scored on growing up. And me and Coach Kincaid work a lot on something called the frog technique, which I haven't used much in a game, but I mean, I feel so far I've been pretty successful in 1v1s in games. It's just, you know, for me, it's more reaction. And it's kind of hard to explain the way a player's body's facing, or I just kind of look at their waist and their feet, and I just kind of try and tell from that.
Okay, all right, I like that. So I always wonder what's that like last split second that you look to. So you said you look at their waist, you look at their feet. So with that being said, before we get into our next piece here with the seniors and with the head coach, we're going to play rapid fire. Told you guys about what you can expect here. You get to put me on the hot seat. I get to do the same thing. We get two apiece. Nick, you got the mic, so you can ask me the first question.
Okay. If you had to spend a day with one athlete you've interviewed, who would it be?
If I had to spend the day with one athlete I've interviewed, I would say, well, I have an interesting one with a guy that's going to be on the show tomorrow morning, Shamarko Thomas. So Shamarko played for SU, played safety, played for the Bills, played for the Steelers and the Broncos. And Shamarko and I got really close. We're very faith-filled people, and we pick each other up. And we've had a lot of conversations on the air. We've had a lot off the air. One of the things we said we would do together, and this is why I picked him, is that we would not only eat Chick-fil-A together, but we would eat Chick-fil-A jumping out of an airplane together. So we still need to do that. We still need to parachute out of a plane eating Chick-fil-A, and he's game for it. I'm game for it. I know that he's not going to chicken out, so I have to be ready for that, but I'm excited for it. So coming to, I don't know, place near you, I guess. So Nick, my first one for you. Tell me somebody in this room that you think you could win against in a rap battle.
Patrick Smith.
Okay, why?
I definitely think it'd be very even, because we both have interesting brains when it comes to thinking off the top of our head.
Okay.
So I definitely think it'd be a good rap battle.
All right, I like that. All right, Greg, what's your first one for me?
There's a lot of good pizza places here in Beeville.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Well, I'm not saying this because I'm sitting here in Baldwinsville. There's Luke and Jimmy know this. There's a Sweet Heat pizza here with pepperoni, meatball, and Mike's Hot Honey. And I was here yesterday watching my Jaguars lose, and right before the Bills played. And when I don't get the Sweet Heat, I ask for a side of it. And so I got a piece of cheese pizza, and then I literally, like you would butter bread, I put the hot honey on the entire pizza because I'm a maniac. And I love spice, and it's so good. So there's something that they do here that's very different. Also, they have some of my favorite wings in the world, extra crispy, lemon pepper. Very good here. So, and I'm actually celebrating my birthday here this weekend, and I'll be eating Sweet Heat and lemon pepper wings. If you could only listen to 3 songs for the rest of your life, pick the 3.
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Okay, I like it.
Escape, but the Pina Colada song, forgot the artist.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
Great song. And, what's the third one? Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Okay, all right. Interesting that you went back. You reached back into music history. You like music from any era, or how are you with that?
Yeah, I mean, there's good music from all time periods.
Okay.
Just gotta find it.
That's very true. Very true. I like that. Good answer. Definitely shocked me on the last one, too. I ain't no mountain high enough. I like that. All right, Nick, what's your last one for me?
Who is your favorite NFL football team?
Jacksonville Jaguars. You can ask me a different one because I said it.
Okay, would you rather... What is your favorite fast food place?
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's got to be Chick-fil-A. Because it doesn't taste like fast food at all, and they do things differently there. So, yeah, I don't go to... If it's not Chick-fil-A, you won't see me in those other places unless nothing's open and I'm in the middle of nowhere and it's like midnight. But it's against every desire of mine, and I feel forced to go. But if there's a Chick-fil-A, then it's pretty easy for me. All right, Nick. Let's stay with food. You're on death row. What's your last meal?
Okay, so my grandma, she makes this chicken called chicken cutlets.
Love chicken cutlets, yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
That would probably be
So
my last
grandma's
meal.
chicken cutlets?
Yep.
All right. Can we shout out, what's grandma's first name?
Jesse.
Jesse? All right, shout out grandma.
Yep.
Much love. All right, what's your last one for me, sir? Chicken cutlets. I haven't had those in a while.
It's tough. You gotta think. Oh, actually, if you could spend your life in any movie, what movie would that be?
If I could spend my life in any movie?
Yeah.
Never been asked this question before. So, I got a couple thoughts. I could spend my life in any movie. So I call myself a hopeful romantic, not a hopeless romantic. So there's some romantic comedy ones I could throw myself in. So I would either be, I'd either be in Wedding Crashers, or I'd either put myself in Wedding Crashers because I have a Vince Vaughn type of mind, running stream of consciousness is what I call it. So I would probably say Wedding Crashers or Avengers. I would definitely have to be in the Avengers. Probably in Endgame. Thanos and I would have to meet each other. We'd have to have some fun with that. Or one of the new ones, Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. So, Marvel, I'm ready whenever you need me. Human Torch, it'll work. So, but yeah, I'd probably be in an Avengers movie. So let's stick with that. Favorite superhero of all time?
Favorite superhero? Deadpool.
Okay. Never gotten that answer, but I like it. Why?
He seems like a really funny guy.
Yeah,
You know, he's the violence isn't always the right part of it, but he seems just fun to be around.
Have you seen both of the movies?
Yes,
Are you-
I enjoyed the movies. They made me laugh quite a bit.
You're excited for the third one?
Of course,
That Wolverine is going to be in it?
it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm ready for Hugh Jackman's return.
Yes, and I don't think that they could have truly done it without Hugh Jackman. So it's time for Wolverine. It's time for Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm
And it's
excited too.
supposed to come out in September. Got pushed back a little bit, but within the next couple years, we'll see it. So with that being said, Greg Ramin, as well as Nick Hollingshead, myself, Dan Tortora, we got two more parts coming up with this Baldwinsville Bees boys soccer special from Pizza Man Pub on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Round of applause for these gentlemen, please. They deserve it. Thank you.